Hey guys, it's Aislinn, and in today's video we are going to be dyeing my hair gray. And if you see a fluffy tail, it's because Mimi wants to sit on my lap. So I'm gonna let him sit on my lap as long as he wants to. So I wanted to try gray hair. I don't think I've ever had like fully silver or gray hair, so I wanted to do that today. And then I also remembered that Xmondo Colors released a slate gray color, and I was very interested to try that. So I went ahead and I purchased some of the Xmondo slate gray, and I was looking up some reviews of this on his website and trying to find like some videos, and there's really not a lot of information about this color out there. It does have a pretty strong purple undertone. Let me show you the container. I have already mixed up my color, so obviously there's not as much in here, but it does have a strong purple undertone to it. But when I saw pictures after they rinsed out the color, it kind of looked almost bluish. So I was a little worried to use on my hair because I like gray and silver hair, but I don't like it when it has like a bluish undertone to it. The best silver color I've ever tried is from Iro. I actually did a video swatching several different silver and gray shades to compare which was the best and which one wasn't very good. I'll leave a link to that video up here if you want to check it out. So a lot of the reviews and photos I saw of the Xmondo Slate Gray wasn't quite the gray I was looking for. It was still really pretty, but I liked mine to have more of that purpley undertone once it rinses out. I want it to fade back to like a nice white color instead of fading blue or green or some other odd color. So I decided I was going to mix up a couple purple shades in with the gray. I did go ahead and swatch the Xmondo Gray for you guys. So here's what it looks like on its own. From now on, I'm going to be doing swatches on all the hair color before I use it, so that way I know like how easy it is to remove. I put bleach on the ends to see how easy it would be to remove, and it removed super quickly. I will say where it's removed, it has like a peachy color to it, which is kind of odd. This is like a purpley silver gray color, and for it to bleach out to like a peachy blonde, I thought that was pretty interesting. So just know, if you use this and then you directly bleach it out, you will probably be left with some type of peachy pink canvas on your hair. This color is really pretty though. I do like this color, but I just prefer mine to have a little bit more of a purple undertone. It does look really pretty. So here's what it looks like compared to my hair. And now you can kind of see the peachy pink on the ends. Also, this was pretty dark. I don't want mine to be this dark, so I did dilute it with conditioner a little bit. Also, I have a lot of yellow still left in my hair. I've washed it a few times since I toned it, so I do have quite a bit of yellow left over, and I was worried about putting this on my yellow hair. I was worried it was going to turn like an even more bluish green color, so I just decided to add some more purple in there so that way it fades out nicely and it also counteracts some of this yellow. I've got quite a few swatches here, so let me explain to you what each one is. My vision is to have these front two pieces be like white silver, and then the rest be like a medium silvery gray tone. So I mixed up two different colors, one for these front areas and one for the back. This front swatch right here is the front pieces, so this really light silver is just going to go on these front two strands. This second color right here is the all over color, so this is going to go all over back here on the rest of my hair. This third swatch right here is the Xmondo Slate Gray just on its own without anything added to it. This color right here is one of the purple shades I added into the gray. It is this Lunar Tides Lavender Frost color. So that's what that looks like swatched on its own. And then the last color I added in there was Pravana Violet. I did just like an inch or less of this color and of the Lunar Tides. So that's what the Pravana Violet looks like swatched on its own. So here are all the colors I've mixed up. I just want to make sure it has a strong purple undertone. That way it's going to fade out nicely. And I think these two front swatches right here go really well together. This one's just lighter and then that one's darker. And then of course I used conditioner to dilute all of my colors. So let me show you the shades I have mixed up. This is my all over darker gray color, and of course it just kind of looks purple in the bowl, but hopefully when I rinse it off it'll be more of like a silvery gray color. I'm also okay if it turns a little bit purple, like if it's a silver purple or lavender, I'm also okay with that. So here is my mixture. Again, mostly slate gray with just a dot of Pravana Violet and a dot of Lavender Frost from Lunar Tides, and then a bunch of conditioner. This is my second color. I just have a little bit of this mixed up. This is slate gray, and this is just diluted with conditioner. I didn't add any other purples in here. It's just the slate gray with conditioner for these front two pieces. So I'm just gonna section off these front two strands here, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply the darker silver gray all over. It does look pretty purple compared to everything else, but that's okay. When I decided I wanted to dye my hair gray and silver, I had so many different like kind of patterns or ideas I was thinking about. I thought about doing like a super dark gray shadow root over where my natural has grown in, and then ombreing it to like a lighter white color on my ends, so it's just like super dark at the root, and then like a gradient to like a super white light blonde color on my ends. But I didn't think that would look as good with the like bright white pieces up front here. I just thought it would look best with like a pretty severe contrast between like these front pieces being really light still and then the back being a little bit darker. So ultimately I decided to just go with two colors. I also wanted to make sure the gray color was dark enough to like cover up my roots and like tone them, because my roots do look pretty dark compared to like all the blonde I have. I think when you're doing like gray or silver, the most important thing is saturation, because I feel like grays and silvers can go patchy really easily. Normally cool colors don't reflect light as much as warm colors do, so you don't get as much like shimmer when you're going like gray or silver. They look kind of dull, and I feel like you can see more imperfections with gray and silvers. I want to make sure I really get in here and saturate. I've said this before, but Xmondo dyes are really, really thick, so it's important to take the extra time and make sure and saturate all the hair. Since I added like half dye, half conditioner, that helps the saturation so much. But if you wanted to keep the color the way it was, I would just add a little bit of water to thin it out. This is looking pretty good, honestly. Looks like it's going to be a gray color. I think it's probably going to be a little bit darker than what I am imagining in my head, but that's okay. I feel like I still have quite a bit of like yellow in my hair from when I had the overtone brown in and I did the color oops. And you guys know I toned my hair with Guy Tang in like one of my last videos. I'll leave a link up there for you. It just fades out so quickly, like every time I wash my hair, because I'm using hot water when I wash my hair. Like I don't like taking cold showers, especially in the winter time. So I am using like hot water and like normal shampoo to wash my hair. So of course the toner isn't gonna last very long, but I just feel like those yellow tones come back so easily. So hopefully this really kicks out the rest of those tones. This looks really pretty. Wow. You guys, check this out. Ooh. I've done like silver white hair with rainbow pieces, but I've never just done all over silver. I have some black clip-in extensions and I want to wear those in my hair with like the gray. I just thought it'd be cool to have like white, silver, gray, and black hair. And obviously I'm not putting black in my hair. So I want to put those clip-ins in with the gray and silver. So yeah, I can have like some black pieces in with my gray and white hair. Oh, I thought that would look really nice. I also wanted to tell you guys why I chose Pravana Violet and the Lavender Frost from Lunar Tides. So Pravana Violet is a color that I've used for a long time on and off. It's like one of my favorite purple colors. It's formulated so beautifully. It's such like a deep, rich, true purple, but as it fades, it goes right back to like a silver and then to a white color. The fade out of Pravana Violet is honestly the prettiest purple shade I have ever seen. I love it, and like that's the purple I recommend for people to use, especially if you're going to change your hair quickly or you're worried about like the fade out and how it's gonna look throughout the process. If you dye your hair often at home, you guys know some purple colors can turn like green or blue whenever you're trying to remove them, like if you put bleach on them or if you use a color remover, sometimes they turn like super weird green and blue colors, and Pravana Violet does not do that. I've had purple hair with Pravana Violet and put bleach directly on it, and it goes straight back to like a white color. Literally within seconds, you can watch the purple disappear out of your hair. And I feel like it's pretty difficult to find good purple colors that don't turn like pink or green when you're trying to remove them. And then I just recently got the Lavender Frost from Lunar Tides. So I tested the X Mondo Slate Gray, and then I also tested the Lavender Frost because I wanted to make sure if I put that in my hair, it would be easy to remove and it also wouldn't turn like weird colors. And it turned so beautiful. I put bleach on the end of it to try and get it out, and it turned like a nice silver color. It didn't turn green or any weird colors, so I knew it was safe to use in my hair. Both of the purples I used have a cool undertone to them, which also goes along with like the gray theme. Instead of using like a purple that has a pink undertone, I don't feel like that would go as well with like the gray silver theme. I think you need to have a purple that has like that cool undertone so that way it fades out nicer, and it's gonna go along well with like the gray tones that you're mixing it in with. I'm just gonna finish applying the darker gray all over, and then I'll be back to apply the light silver on these front two pieces. Okay, I am back. I got everything applied on the darker areas. I did have to mix up more, so hopefully I got the ratios like relatively the same as I did the first time I mixed. Okay, let's go ahead and apply the lighter color to these front two strands. I also forgot to mention that I added Olaplex into my color. I told you guys in my last video that I'm gonna start adding Olaplex into all of my hair colors I use, whether it's demi-permanent, semi-permanent, doesn't matter. I'm gonna start putting that in there. Okay, this doesn't really look like it's doing much. I'm just taking really small baby fine sections for this front area because it's such a pastel silver gray like toner shade. I gotta make sure I take really, really baby fine sections and work the color into the hair so that way it actually tones it and colors it. Eee, this is looking good. Ooh, I'm really excited now. Look how pretty this looks. This is gonna look so cool with these front two pieces being like a lighter gray and then all of this being like darker. I'm gonna let this process like 20 to 30 minutes. I'm actually gonna go live on YouTube and hang out with you guys while my hair is processing. So I will leave a link to that live up here in case you want to watch. I will see you guys when I have this rinsed out. Are you ready to see my hair? 3, 2, 1. Here it is. And honestly, it turned out really good. Like when it was wet, I was a little worried because it looked kind of purple, but it is a nice gray color. It's not patchy. It looks really nice. I thought it was gonna be super patchy, but honestly, it's not. It looks pretty good. And then you can see these front two pieces right here are just a little bit lighter. I wish these front two like money pieces were even like lighter. I kind of wish like all of my hair was this color and then these front two pieces were white, which that's what this is gonna fade to. So I know once I wash it a few times in hot water, the color is going to fade to like a silver here and a white here. I kind of feel like it's all one color, and I wish that these were just a little bit more defined and the color was like very, very different from this. When you look at me, it kind of almost looks like I have patchy hair because these two are a different color than the rest of my hair, but it's not different enough to stand out. It's not like, oh, she has like bright money pieces and then the rest of the hair is gray. I feel like it kind of all blends in together. I just wish this was a little bit lighter and brighter, but this gray color is really pretty. It definitely has more of that purple undertone, so I'm hoping it fades nicely. Just to remind you guys, on these front two pieces, I didn't use anything except for X Mondo color diluted. So if you want like this really pretty like silver hair, all it is X Mondo Slate Gray diluted. I used a lot of conditioner to dilute this color. I'm pretty happy with the way it came out. I'm more excited for the fade out though. Like I'm not like in love with it. It's okay. I mean, it got rid of all like the brassy tones I had in my hair, and I just know the fade out is going to be beautiful and it's going to be more of what I'm looking for. This color is really pretty though. I'll go ahead and turn around and show you like what the back looks like. As I was turned around showing you what the back of my hair looks like, I just realized I have this huge thing of Alien Gray by Manic Panic. So once this fades, let me know if you want me to try the Alien Gray. It looks like it has a purple undertone to it, and I would definitely be interested in trying this. And since I have gray hair anyway, maybe we could do like silver and white instead of like gray and silver. Let me know if you want to see me try this in a future video. I'm really glad that he formulated his gray to have that purple undertone to it. I feel like he's ensuring the fade out process is going to be nice instead of turning blue. I was just a little worried because of people's review photos. It looked like it had a blue undertone, but it could have been what their hair looked like before. Based on how my front two pieces turned out, I think I would have been fine just using the slate gray right out of the container. I don't think I needed to add any of those purple undertones. I mean, obviously it didn't hurt because this still looks really nice, but I also think it would have looked just as good if I just would have used the dye directly out of the jar and not mixed it up with anything else. Can you imagine how dark this would have been if I didn't dilute it with conditioner? This is like 50% dye, 50% conditioner. So just know if you're using the slate gray, it means gray. Like it's going to be super dark gray. I still consider this a gray, but it's just like a lighter version. So if you're going to use the slate gray, just know it's going to be dark, but it does have that nice purple undertone, so it should fade out really nicely for you. That is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. The link to that is in the description down below. I post way more of my everyday life on there. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I love you guys so much, and until next time, guys, stay weird. Bye.
I believe that